Okay, I guess we are recording. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our family Zoom night. I'm so excited to have you all joining us. I love all your faces. I say that every time we do a Zoom. I love your faces. So, let's see. We're going to get started. We just had a really great, exciting weekend at One Team, One Mission in New Jersey. And I invited a few guests on to share their thoughts, their ahas, how they felt, all that good stuff. So we could pass it on to everybody that didn't get a chance to make it. So I am recording. Let's see. Do we have a few people on? Diana, how about we start with you tonight?
Wow, thank you.
Since you're falling asleep, let's get. Did that wake you up?
A little bit. I thought I might have some time to prepare. So this is my second time going to a One Team, One Mission, and I guess it's different each time, but like I'm still amazed and in awe of everybody that promoted and just the new information that goes out there. The one thing I really took back from it was how to service our loyal customers a little bit more, and to actually, I built, I think they said they were trying to do it, they haven't done it yet, but I built a loyal customer Facebook page. So what I did was I added all my loyal customers and my downline loyal customers to it, and so I just posted like things like, once a loyal, always a loyal, or, I talked about the shareware. So I try to post once a day something that has to be a loyal customer tip, or things that they should know. And probably I'll end up getting like, hey, you have to drink so much water when you wrap. Like, kind of, because we were talking about the other day how I think Melissa's Rice met a person that just wrapped and didn't know that they had to drink water from her new DT. So, just not take for granted that our loyal customers should know, and we think that we told them. Just kind of reiterate it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I love that tip. I remember I wrote that right on my page when I took notes. Love this tip.
Yeah.
And Melissa's right. She gave a good tip. Like, our people, our loyal customers, and they just don't know. We are the ones that have to, teach them and share information with them, because, we are the It Works people. So that's what our job is to do. So I love that tip too about the creating a page for your loyal customers. Sometimes it's hard for me, I know, to get in the group, to call them every month, to make sure that you're giving them all the new information. And sometimes it just slips through the cracks, or the chatter sometimes comes in where you might be a little bit nervous to call them. So inviting them on a group page and sharing recipes and sharing product information and all that stuff for them is such a great idea. And it's a good idea also to ask them first if they would like to join a page and get all the extra information, because they loved the product and fell in love with the product right away in the first time. So why not would they want more information? I love that tip too. That was one of my favorite ones.
I think it's great for like the new distributors, because we get new distributors on and we may not be able to talk to them right away, or maybe there's so much information they forget. So it's good for the new distributors to know that. So it's kind of reiterating to them to pass it on to their loyal customers as well. So I feel like, it benefits both people, benefits our loyal customers, but it also benefits my new distributors that may not just remember, what we spoke about, or didn't have a chance to look things up or whatever. It's like a nice go-to page for them too.
Absolutely. So Diana, you said this was your second time at now, is it One Team, One Mission you went to, or what did you go to before?
Another One Team, One Mission. I guess last year was in Newton or something. I don't remember where it was last year, but that was my first time. And you get all excited, and I'm executive now, but I want to pass right to Diamond and Double Diamond, because I didn't realize the actual like bonuses that you get, because I'm not there yet. So I guess my color personality, I don't care until I get there. So when she started, saying like 80, 80, 80, and the 150, I'm like, I want to do that. I want that. So that kind of pushed me even harder. That I know I have to get there. That's where I want to be.
Oh, I know, that was crazy because I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, well, that's a lot of information and I'll just learn it as I go. And when Mel put it in perspective that way, it really opened my eyes. That's where all that money comes from.
Right.
That's exciting. That was crazy stuff. So, so what were you feeling a little bit before conference or One Team, One Mission? Because I know sometimes myself can get where I'm feeling a little tired, need a little pick me up. So was your mindset definitely different before and after the One Team, One Mission?
But I wasn't tired or anything. I was very excited to go because I knew how much fun I had last year. And I think not that it pushed me a little harder, but it made me think a little bit more and get excited a little bit more and really want to push and really open my eyes up, because I feel like in the last 2 months, I shifted gears and I'm excited and I'm pushing more than I ever have. But I think it just did it a little bit more it wasn't like a real big shift, but it just kind of validated why I was there, why I needed to be there. And it helped that I won again, the 11 wraps, the wrap raffle. Cause I'm like, see, I won twice now. So I got to get these wraps on people.
Yeah. You just got to keep going because you just obviously keep winning wraps. That's one way. Yeah. So that's awesome. So you learned a lot and it just really validated how important it is to be at these functions and plug in.
Well, it's funny because one of my DTs couldn't get there, but she is vacationing pretty soon in California. And I actually had her book her ticket while she's on vacation. And I was like making her, then you have to go to it. You have to go to it. So she's going to go to the San Jose one in California in a week or so.
Awesome.
I think it's great that she wants to do it because she missed it because she was on Florida this week. So she missed ours. And now I'm like, I said, well, there's one here and you're going to be here. So you better go.
Right. So your excitement breeds more excitement and that passed on right on to your DT. So that's awesome. So Diana, thank you so much for sharing your aha and your tips. I really appreciate you being on with me because I just love to hear all these new exciting tips because I felt like I'm not going to get on here and do this all by myself. So we're better together. So, okay. I am going to move on to, I guess one of my distributors up here in the corner I see, and it's a man's view, which I always love to have some of the guys, their view on things. So we're going to go over to Mr. Mike up there in the corner. And Mike, I'm going to have you introduce you. Oh, you want to unmute or do you need me to unmute you? Hold on, I'll help you out here.
Got it.
You got it?
I got it. Everybody hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to have you introduce yourself because I know we were messing up your name all weekend. And
That's okay. It's only you who are messing up my name. I'm just kidding.
He kids with me all weekend, so that's good though. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you're in, because I know you are a newbie.
Yep, absolutely. My name is Mike McKay. It's actually, I am Carrie McKay's husband. She's the distributor. I'm just the guy behind the scenes. My first conference, I think, February something was our first sign up for distributor. I had a blast. I learned a lot of, new things. But I think my aha moment, as Cindy puts it, was the Blitz thing. Like I finally did the personality test tonight, and it came back. What was that? It came back, and I don't believe I am that, but it came back a red and a green. I don't, like I love to talk to people, but I'm kind of like a little reserved. You know what I mean? But anyways, Cindy was always telling me, "Oh, blitz," and I get a little, I get uncomfortable blitzing and stuff like that. But I can talk about anything to anybody. But just showing them that card, I get a little nervous and it freaks me out. But like going back to the aha moment, I think when Rob, I think it was Rob and Misty was talking. Yeah. And he's, he goes up to the guy and he's like, don't laugh. You show him the card, and my wife and I'm gonna sleep on the couch tonight if I can't do this card. That just struck a point. That was me. That's me. You know what I mean? And I felt that broke the ice. And, and I'd like to try to do that now, like go out and blitz and check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way. I mean, using your wife, just so you're not feeling on someone, and it does definitely breaks the ice. I know, and sleeping on the couch, everybody would feel bad about you if you had to sleep on the couch. So, that's a good one. Some of us, especially us yellows, we would feel really bad for you. So, that's awesome. I know. So your mindset before you went, how were you feeling about the business?
Well, when I first started it was obviously Carrie's doing it. So like, I'm very skeptical, let me see it on you. Let me try it. If it works, I'm good, and I first saw it on her. I was like, oh yeah, I don't really see it. But as she was doing it, I was like, nah, yeah, I'm liking this. I'm excited. So we got into it, and you seem to tend to lose a little excitement as it goes. And I think the conference was like, now I'm all excited. As you could tell, I'm all excited again. So I think we need, like, once in a while, maybe a few more times to get excited. The more excitement you have, the more you want to get out, and it shows to everybody. The product is awesome. The people are awesome, and I love it.
Yeah, I am so glad that you came down this weekend, because I see you don't have a problem talking with people. I mean that in a good way, Mike.
I'm not like Michelle, like, get it, do it. You know what I mean? But, hey, who knows? Maybe it's in there somewhere.
Oh, definitely. So you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, and
correct.
I love Jen Piscopo's tip about blitzing, about just make a goal for the week and how many you want to blitz, and then go for the no's. That's going to take that edge off about feeling rejection. See how many no's you can get, and you're going to get a couple yeses in there.
Right.
So I'm so glad you guys came down with us. I know Carrie wasn't feeling so well, and
actually, right over here you can see the bed. She's like sound asleep, snoring, but she's still not, not feeling well. Everybody's laughing.
Well, we visited New Jersey's ER, and it's all hard to adventure. So
it was an interesting Saturday, right, Sin?
We had a good time. So
absolutely.
Okay, Mike, thank you so much for sharing and getting on tonight, because I know that you guys have to get up in the morning, and I appreciate all your time. So
anytime. My time is your time.
All right. I know you're a wisecracker. We need that. So I'm going to move on to Miss Michelle down here, my girl. Can you unmute, Michelle?
Can you hear me?
I can. So Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in.
I have been in coming up on 2 years in July. I have so many ahas from yesterday. I don't know which one I like more. But I think the one that I'm going to go with is getting back to measuring. I know me personally, I'm somebody who happens to lose inches before I lose weight. So I had done the cleanse myself and didn't see any results. I did take pictures, but I didn't measure. I am going to do it again. I'm going to measure, take pictures, and do the weight and see if there's a difference. And I think that not everybody is somebody that just will lose weight or will see a huge difference with putting a wrap on. But when somebody measures themselves, that's, it's the truth right there. You can't Photoshop a measurement, especially when they're doing it themselves. So that's something that I took away from that, and I'm going to be incorporating and doing when I start putting wraps on people.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes people will have a picture and it just doesn't look like anything happened. But
Mhm.
when you measure, you see, oh my goodness, they might have lost 2 inches. And you're like,
Right.
that's crazy. And then they have a whole different perspective. So I think measuring is good to bring back, but we have to always remember to be, compliant and not, post that on Facebook or broadcast that anywhere. And we can do that in our own parties, but just not out there for Facebook and
Right.
social media, and because we can't do stuff like that. So that's I love that tip. That was awesome. Some people get away from that because the pictures, we're showing a lot of good pictures, but then you have those few that really have a hard time with that and don't see any until, and then you're like, oh, we'll do another wrap, the 4 wrap, but maybe they did lose inches because a lot of it changes.
Mhm.
Body contour, that's the word.
Right. And I don't want them to walk away saying, oh, it didn't work. When in fact they could have lost, an inch or even a half an inch, a half an inch to somebody. I would get very excited if I lost, a half an inch. So sometimes that, half an inch could be like 2 pounds to somebody, in their head. So, and I don't want somebody to walk away saying, oh, that didn't work. If they did lose inches.
Absolutely. So now you and we got the experience of getting to walk across as rubies, across the stage. And I remember you standing right next to me and you're like, I'm so nervous, but how did that make you feel after, when it's happening? I know what happens to me when it's happening. It's like everything the world just closes down behind me. And I'm like, I feel like I'm all by myself in the moment for that moment. But how did you feel?
Yeah. It's definitely nerve wracking. It's not one of my favorite things to do. I felt good. I felt that, this is my stepping stone. I've gotten to my first step. And there's no looking back, it's just, I have to get out there and help more people, to be able to take that next step. Walking up the staircase, is pretty much how I'm looking at it. It kind of gives me a self of accomplishment too. That, all of the no's that I have gotten in the past and all of the no's that I'm going to get in the future, that it's fine. It's okay, because I'm going to succeed and I'm going to do it, if I get 1,000 no's, because for that 1,000 no's, I'm going to get 500 yeses. And that's, that's where the good stuff is.
Right. Absolutely. It's a numbers game. You just have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a good feeling afterwards to walk across that stage and think,
Absolutely.
now I want to go across this diamond, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. So Michelle, I know that you've had a rough couple months, with your husband being home, and just share with us a little bit of what your mindset was before the One Team One Mission and how you're feeling now afterwards.
Oh, well, my mindset going, I was so excited. I couldn't wait for yesterday, because I love everybody. And I know how I feel when I'm with everybody. I get so filled up and I'm with like-minded people. And it's a sense of everybody lifting everybody up when, a lot of everyday life is people stepping on each other to get where they need to be. And that's not what we are about or what we do. So I couldn't get there fast enough. I was super, super bummed that I was not able to make it to conference, but unfortunately with, my husband being in the condition that he was, it was just not possible and I had to be home. So I missed getting filled up, at conference. And, I've been pushing through it and, Melissa's been, a savior for me, because she always seems to know when, I just need that little positive note or that, little hang in there, girl. It's going to get easier. So Melissa, I love you for that. I was, when we pulled up yesterday and I got out and Kim was walking out and I saw her face, I just, I was like, this is going to be an awesome day.
Oh, I totally agree with you, because when I haven't seen you since, it's been a year. Yeah. And we had such a good time, and you couldn't wait to get over to hug us fast enough, and I couldn't wait to receive that hug, and I think with all of us getting together, we look forward to it. We need each other's inspiration. You're absolutely right. We need all of that uplifting. And you cannot explain how you feel to somebody when you go to these. The only way that you can feel it and know it is to go. They're so important. It's so important to go to any function you could get to. Like Mike was saying, I think we get a little down and bummed out in between our functions. You got those peaks and you got those valleys, and you definitely need to be lifted up, inspired. And that's what's great about all of us together. We're a special breed, I guess. So, we love it. And I'm a yellow too, so I look forward to that. That was how I was feeling. I said, I need to get there, because I just need to hug my peeps and get all filled up again and feel special. And we don't get that in the real world. So that's pretty cool. Just some of the fun things that we do. If you haven't got a chance to be, one of these, we do crazy things. Dan Shanker was out there doing, I think it's Snapchat, right? I'm like so techie here. He's like doing the whole crowd, and he says he's not fun, but are you kidding me? He's
so fun.
As another green, so I can, I want to be fun too. So Dan, you're awesome. That was so fun. And to have everybody see that on Facebook, that's awesome. And another one, it's fun thing. I remember, I guess her name was Alyssa. I think her name was. She invited her friend to be one of her bridesmaids on a wrap. And it was announced like, hey, we have a special treat here, and this girl was just, I thought somebody was getting married, but hey, I engaged or something to be married, but hey, that's the next best thing. So we just had so many neat things, and the give backs of raising $1,400, over $1,400 for Carter with the 3-year-old little boy that has leukemia. That was amazing also. I have so many ahas I wrote down. It was crazy. So I don't know. I might have to ask a couple more people here. We have a few minutes. But one of my ahas was when you're with a new distributor training, getting them started, a good way to get their first 4 loyal customers is take out the product brochure, ask them who they know that could use this for each product, and who has arthritis or bad joints. Oh gosh, a lot of people do nowadays, moms and grandmas and all those people. I know I do. So write down all those names, and right there you have their first 4 loyal customers.
Yeah, I like that. That was my point too. Sorry to interrupt.
No, not a problem. I like that one too.
I wrote that down on this pad here.
Kim had a great one, and it was called like hacking the news feed. Always love that one because it's kind of simple. You put something fun on there, like who likes chocolate ice cream or who likes vanilla, and have a whole, everybody loves to participate in those, or who puts their toilet paper over or under. That's a big one in my house. I'm always changing it over. That's the correct way. So, and then afterwards you have all those people commenting, and they'll see your news feeds, and then boom, right after you can post something about your products or your business right afterwards. Really good tip. Dan and Katie, you guys always have awesome tips. I can't even say enough about you guys. That's crazy. But one I did say reached out to me was messenger.com. How many times do you get on Facebook and you start messaging people, but then you get distracted with scrolling and all that, and you don't get anything done? So you just go to messenger.com and do your thing for your 20 minutes or whatever. You're good to go. So there was just so many. I can't even think. we have a couple minutes. Melissa, you had a really good one. Do you want to just say your tip? Do you want to come on and say your tip? I know you're in there chewing your gum. Calling you out.
I'm the worst gum chewer in the world. It's horrible. I'm sorry. I racked today, so I'm chewing gum so I don't drink wine.
I have yours written down, by the way, crossed off, like that's one I was going to share, but you go ahead and share that.
No, you can share it.
Well, the one about your kids.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that that's a big one. I know somebody else had said it too, but you can't let the whole reason you do this business be your excuse. So I can't say that I want to do this for my family and then say I can't go out blitzing or I can't talk to people or I can't work my business because of my kids. So we're all going to have that thing, and I think that, for me, it's just like when my kids are like acting up or I'm trying to talk to somebody, it really helped me because I'm a yellow, get out of my comfort zone. Because I never used to get contact information. I used to blitz and blitz and blitz and nobody would ever call me. And then it would hurt my little yellow feelings. And then I would hate blitzing even more. So I realized, I had to get that contact information and I am not green. So even when I started with the raffle slips, I would be with people and pull raffle slips out of like coat pockets from like 6 months before. I'd find them in my purse everywhere. So, for me, just being able to like, hey, you know what, my kids are, it's like I'm on borrowed time. Can I just real quick, like I would love to connect with you. Sometimes I act like I forget my Blitz card just so I could text them. I'll wear my lanyard. I'll have it on my purse and just say, oh, I'm out of coupons. I would love to just text you one. What's your cell? I'll text you a coupon, even if I have them in my purse and I'm just scared to ask. Or, I'll just say, oh my gosh, my kids are all over the place. Are you on Facebook? And just try to connect that way. So, I think the bottom line is, and the biggest thing that I always take away too is I leave these things just seeing every walk of life, people from every different backgrounds, every size, shape, color, like just the whole thing. It just re-inspires me and reminds me of why I do what I do. And hearing these testimonies, it always just jogs something in my mind. Like just hearing somebody tell their story and be like, oh my gosh, I know somebody that has that situation I totally forgot about or never thought to think of. Or so like you said, it's great to recap, but there's nothing like being there because we all sat in the exact same room and had different takeaways. Just like when we go on vacation, we always say on our ride home with all the kids, what was everybody's favorite part? We were all on the same vacation together the whole time, 24/7, and every single person says something different. So it's the same thing with these events. Like we can sit here and tell you what our ahas were, but you just need to get there and get your own ahas. And because you're going to take away something completely different. And it's just really going to spark something in you. And, for what we do, we're so fortunate. We can work from home. It's flexible and all those things. But, it's a big part of keeping us inspired. We're not there every day. We're not punching a clock necessarily. We Zoom and this is all awesome. But you're like Cindy and Michelle said, getting those hugs and really just networking. And that's what we do. We're network marketers. It's important to network with other people and other teams in our business. So I just love the whole thing. I never, ever try to miss anything. And, I just hope that I encourage everybody to get there, because I think sometimes we can just say, oh, well, I have this, and so it's nice to see that everybody sacrificed and gave some things up. It's never easy, but it's always worth it. So I just love anything I can get my hands on. I call it my It Works bubble.
Oh, absolutely. Because once that you expand that, there's no going back and you just need more, because it's good stuff. So we're getting right here toward the end of the night, but I know one thing, I usually sometimes look for a devotional, but since we're getting late, Melody said one thing and it just was really inspired me in a spirit way. And she says, God already has your team together. You just have to do the work. He honors all the work that you do. And that is just so true. They're already there. You just have to go find them. You just have to listen and he'll guide you there. So I thought that was really neat and really inspirational. So thank you so much, everybody, for getting on our family call tonight. Mike, you newbie, I'm so glad you made it. And Diana, it was always a pleasure. Michelle, my friend, I miss you. So Dan, Katie, and Melissa, thank you so much. So you guys rock, and we will catch you next week. So Thank you. I'll catch the money call tonight with Pam Souter,
Till
right?
next time.
9 o'clock. So, okay, guys.
Bye.
Have a great
Thank you,
night.
Cindy. Awesome job.
Love
Good
you.
job.
Love you.
Be good.